Hi everyone and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Monday the 30th of July. It's a pleasure to be with you today. I keep an eye on what decks you guys like the most, and it seems like the Game of Thrones Tarot is one of your favorites, so I'm using this deck again for today's reading. It also seems like you like the Witch's Tarot and the Green Witch Tarot, so I want to have a look at what the cards want you to be aware of today via the Game of Thrones Tarot. Amazing. Okay. So we've got the Two of Coins, the Six of Coins, and the Seven of Coins. So we've got Pentacles, Pentacles, Pentacles. Yesterday, we also had three Minor Arcana cards. These are Minor Arcanas. That was in the element of fire yesterday. It was Wands, and fire is all about life purpose and passion and discovering what it is you're about. And now we've got a drastic change of energy here at the beginning of the week. First of all, the Two of Coins, and we've got Lannister always pays his debts there. So we've got the infinity symbol. And the infinity symbol and the Two of Coins is a card that really understands and gives you the message that money is something that's always going to come and go. Sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down, and money and your place in the world, where you live, what you pay, the work you do, your daily routine, your physical body, all of those things are areas of your life that require your attention, and it's an internal kind of juggling act to keep things balanced between working life and health and money and a personal life and having free time and being able to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Now, the Two of Cups represents the ups and downs that you're going to have in life, but the Game of Thrones Tarot adds that Lannisters always pay their debts. So there's an added element here of pressure, of being true to your word and honoring commitments, and whether you're up or down, regardless, it's up to you to always square things off and to pay your debts and to be in the black. Now, we all know that we aren't all in the black in our bank accounts at all times, and sometimes we do go in the red. And yes, when we're in a bad place, then we're not going to pay off our debts, obviously, but when you're in a better place financially, you will pay off your debt. So it doesn't really matter about the time so much. What they're saying is ultimately you're going to do the right thing with the money. If it's not there right now, just remember that this is the infinity symbol, and money is as fluid as human emotions, because that's what money is. It's an energy, and what we feel about money is what happens. So it can be as unstable as someone's feelings. That's why the stock market is always up and down. Now, the Six of Coins really echoes that message. The Six of Coins I used to call the have and have not card, because it also recognizes that sometimes you're up and you're in a position where you have so much money you can help others. In this case, her arms are folded, she's not accepting that money. And at other times in our lives, we're the recipients and we don't have any money and we need to ask for help. And what's great about these two cards is that it really explains very clearly that money is an energy that ebbs and flows, and that there's no shame in being broke. There's no shame in being rich. I drove around a neighborhood with someone many years ago, and he said something like, "Oh, I bet there are terrible people living in these houses because money is evil and only evil people become rich." I was stunned to hear that kind of belief. Stunned. It was really, people believe all sorts of things when it comes to money. When you start talking to people about money and sex, that's where people really are the most involved in terms of their feelings. Very, very important. So both of these cards today allow you to see the bigger picture. It helps you to embrace the situation you're in. So remember, what you resist persists, and what you embrace resolves. So you understand that you're on this constant merry-go-round of having and not having. It's very likely today that you are in a good financial position because of the Seven of Coins. The Seven of Coins is someone who harvests his work. So he planted those bushes, he built this area, he bought the seeds, he put the soil in, he bought the fertilizer. Those bushes grew and now they're bearing fruit, and he's there to pluck those fruits and to take them to market and to sell them. So you have worked hard. It's very likely that you're in a good position financially, which allows you to plan and to think about what it is you want to do. I'm just looking at the character in the actual card, and this is Lord Varys, the spider. So in the show, this is like the head of the CIA or the FBI or MI6. He has spies everywhere and he knows what's going on. So that in itself is abundance. Having information that is very, very valuable, and that can easily be turned into money as well. So there's another element here that you can change your financial circumstances around if you start to communicate the valuable things that you have to add and to share with the world. The other thing that Varys kind of puts into this for me is really a genuine generosity and wanting something for the greater good, and using money as a tool to make the world a better place rather than money for its own sake. So Varys understands that information and money flows. It comes in and out. And when we try and chase money, or we desire money for itself, when we do a job for the money, we squeeze the life out of money and we can't get it. When we look at something that's genuinely interesting to us, or something that we're really good at, that's when money becomes a side effect of what you're doing. The Seven of Coins, as I said, is working very hard to really reap the harvest of what you're doing. So today, you go into the day on a really kind of solid, firm basis. You go into the day feeling informed, feeling in a good space in your life. You have an understanding that you've done this before, you've been here before, but that you can work smarter, not harder, and that this year's or this day's work is going to be incredibly productive if you put everything into it. So it's about looking to the future. It's about being in the moment, being in touch with your body, being in touch with what you're doing, not being distracted, not having your head in the clouds, but really getting down to planet Earth. And I like the mix with Varys again because he represents air to me. He's like a Gemini or a Virgo. He knows everything, he communicates, but he's also able to take that information and then it turns into practical consequences. So you're really on top of your game when it comes to thinking. You feel like you're in a position of authority. You're a strong lion today. You have the strength to overcome your obstacles. Work hard, even if it seems impossible. You'll be able to continue working until you get to that result that you want at the end of the day. So if you, at the end of the day, go to your boss and you say, I would like more responsibility and a raise in pay, it's very likely that you'll get that because you're on firm ground. You've got lots of experience. Everyone in the office knows that you're doing well and that you do extra hours. If anyone deserves a raise, it's you. It's also a great day if you're in your own business or if you run a business to really talk about money, whether things are going well or not so well, what the shareholders are doing, if people are going to be paid more, how the business itself is running. It's a good day to talk about money. People don't like to talk about money in my experience, but sometimes you got to get real with the actual amounts that are outstanding and that are coming in, so that you can actually count how much you've got, and that you can relax when you're in the up position and you can enjoy it. When you're in the position of having no money, then you have to work harder again to get yourself to a place of security again. It's a never-ending cycle. So today you're being boosted, you're being given a leg up here in terms of achieving financial success. So use your ideas, don't dismiss your ideas, think for yourself, think about how you can turn those into valuable things which other people would like in their lives, and how that can benefit them and it can benefit you. Going back to that, money is the source of all evil thing. There was a funny story I listened to on an audiobook, and someone says that money is the source of all evil. And the guy responds, yeah, I agree, especially if you don't have any. And I think that's so true, because when you have money, it doesn't make you happy. It doesn't fulfill that hole in the soul. But when you have no money, the basics of shelter and food and things like that, that's when people have to turn to, they don't have to, they make a choice, but often they're forced into choices of doing things that they wouldn't, simply to survive. And today you're not in survival mode, you're in a good place. You can decide how this loop goes. This can be a conveyor belt factory. It can be your job as a chiropractor. It can be your own healing center. If you're generous and open and you look to the future and you give another person an opportunity today, you give yourself an opportunity and push through your obstacles to produce something great, working with other people or solo, doesn't matter. You'll have a fabulous outcome and you'll be very productive on this Monday. 2 and 6 is 8. 8 and 7 is 15. 1 and 5 is 6. And 6 is exactly like this. It's a temporary opportunity. Sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down, and you just happen to be up today. So it's also a great day to invest. If you have extra money that you want to invest, it's a good time to do that. If someone's trying to get a business off the ground and they have no funding and it's a really good business and you are in a position to help, do it. It will serve you. It's a really positive day when it comes to abundance and prosperity, and it's there because your head is in the right place. Your thinking about money isn't negative. That's why I mentioned those examples. You're not thinking, oh, only evil. You're not ridiculously deluded. You're thinking that if I add, the basics of money is that it's a value system. We exchange value and we have a piece of paper that represents value. So all you've got to focus on is, how do I add value? And then the money is the way that's going to be returned to you anyway. So you don't have to get into the ins and outs of finance. Just look at creating something that other people will enjoy or find valuable or want to engage with. And then if you think that and constantly think that, then that's going to be your constant experience. Then you get some stability in this. So think for yourself is a big message. Take action, look to the future, trust yourself, and use the opportunity to get things done today that you wouldn't be able to achieve on others. Have a fabulous Monday and a fabulous start to your week here. If you would like a private reading with me, please get in touch via the website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to order your reading. In the private readings, I use tarot, astrology, and numerology. The divination systems allow me to really have a blueprint of your soul. So I can look at what your life purpose is. I can look at what your vocational talents are. If you don't know what to do to make money, I can answer that question for you very easily. So get in touch for a reading. If you also want to know what's going in love and marriage and spiritual progress and health, I can look at all those things for you as well as answer any questions that you have about what's coming up or who's compatible. So please get in touch via the website. Remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel. That's really important to me. And if you haven't subscribed yet, it doesn't cost anything. Just hit that subscribe button and I'd be ever so grateful. Have a fabulous day and I'll speak to you tomorrow.